Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I want to talk about some interesting leaks regarding Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies, in specific with the map 5. Now, there's tons of leaks that they have on this website. I will give you guys a link to it. It's over on Reddit, and it's very, very, very detailed. It's also very reliable, considering it's from the same sources that have been leaking other stuff that has ended up being true, so I trust this source 100%. But some of the information that I'm going to go over, I'm not going to go over the leaked information regarding the map itself, like the locations and stuff. That you can read yourself. But what I wanted to talk about is the leak that they have about perks. They have a couple other things. So some of them are kind of nerve-wracking. Some of them are kind of weird. And some of them we don't know the whole entire story around. So we can't make assumptions based off of how it works. We don't know the whole entire we don't know everything. We know some, though. So first of all, their double pack-a-punch returns. Now, they did not say specifically how it returns. They just said double pack-a-punch returns. And it says these details are not specific to classified, but they are on classified. So they might be on other maps, but they're not on all maps. They're not 100% on every map, but they are not just on classified. So I don't know what that means 100%. But they said double pack-a-punch returns. I really hope it's not Black Ops 3's double pack-a-punch, and it's more similar to how Infinite Warfare handled double pack-a-punch, because that was a much better system. But if it's not, I'll deal with it. And then instead of using the God statues, which the Chaos maps use the God statues as perks, and the Ether story uses actual perk machines that we're used to, you know what I'm saying? But this is the weird thing that I'm kind of confused about. So then he talks about new perks. Now, this is exciting. The fact that they have a total of 6 or 7 new perks. That's really exciting. So it says perks and the order in which they are present in the map are assigned on a per player basis. So honestly, I have no idea what that means. But here's a new perk. So we have Bloodlust / Death Wish. So it has one of those two names. We don't know which one it is exactly. It says, upon losing the last of your health, you are given a second chance of a buff, so it has a cooldown. So basically, it's like second chance, which I like stuff like this, because I feel like Black Ops 3 would have gobblegums, basically, in terms of these, but they're kind of making gobblegums not as overpowered, and the more of just useful things every now and then that might give you an advantage. But these perks actually seem interesting, and I'm really hyped about a lot of these perks. But has a cooldown, so it's not always going to be protecting you. Every now and then it'll protect you from, it seems a little overpowered, but we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Defensive Tortoise, which if the player has the buildable shield, they are protected on all sides. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean you're protected everywhere so you can never get hit? That part didn't really make sense to me, but it says an explosive blast is created upon the shield being destroyed. I love that. That is the coolest idea for a perk ever that I've ever heard. It sounds more of like an upgrade you would have for a shield. Like if you could upgrade the shield or something, that sounds more of like an upgradable attachment on the shield, not much as a perk. Like I don't know if I would make one of my perk slots for that, but it's still interesting. Stronghold creates a defensive zone around the player while shooting. Now, I don't know what that means either, to be honest. Widow's Wail is the next one, similar to Widow's Wine, but so this is kind of like Widow's Wine, but they've changed it. They made it different. They made the perk into a completely different perk because they felt like Widow's Wine was too overpowered. So taking damage activates a defensive explosion, which freezes zombies, but you have 2 charges before cooldown, so you can't, abuse it, basically. Perception, you see zombies through walls and receive an indicator on screen when a zombie is approaching from another direction. Kind of interesting. PhD Slider, we all know what PhD Slider is. I'm very excited for that to return. I hope it actually does exactly what I want it to do. I can't believe they're actually bringing a PhD Slider. That's the most exciting thing about this. Bandolier, carry more reserve ammo. Time Slip, decrease cooldown time on equipment, perks, and teleporters. So that's interesting. Equipment is like all equipment cooldown, or is it just for certain things? I don't know. And then it also talks about new elixirs, which are the gobblegums. You have one that you teleport to a nearby downed enemy or teammate. Next one is nearby zombies become allies and attack hostile zombies. Next one, drop points for teammates to pick up. So that all sounds not overpowered. It sounds just fair to me, which is exciting. And we have talisman modifiers, which sounds similar to World War II zombies, how they had like the mods. You can start with certain perks. You can never lose a perk equipped in a certain spot. Mystery box guarantees and 30 plus more, which is interesting. They talk about the special weapons. There's a katana, a DG5, flamethrower, and death machine increase in strength as zombies are killed using them. Special weapons. Okay, this is where I get pissed off. This is where I'm confused and triggered. I'm gonna be honest, triggered in certain ways. It says special weapons are used to grant the player armor. The Juggernog perk is seemingly removed. What? Okay, look. I didn't mind the armor system in World War II. I thought it was interesting. It was different. It was new. It's fine. But I like that for World War II, for sledgehammer zombies. I don't want that system or anything nearly close to that system to be within our Treyarch zombies. We've had this Juggernog perk system forever, and it should stay that way. I know Juggernog's a crutch perk. I know you're always going to use it, and they probably don't want that. They probably want it to be more balanced, so you don't have to use Juggernog. But that's just how it works. You get Juggernog every game. That's just something you always make sure you have. And if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. You can go without it, but that obviously puts you at a disadvantage. But it's just how it is. You know what? There's so many more fixes they could have for this instead of just removing Jug. Now, like I said, we don't have the whole information on it. Maybe it's just for a certain, because obviously we know there's custom mutations. Maybe there's a certain way for you to make Juggernog actually on the map. But right here it says that it's seemingly removed. And they don't mention any other perks either. If we don't get back any old perks, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't know why they can't just have all the original perks that we're used to, right? Juggernog, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Double Tap 2, Stamina Up, Dead Shot, Mule Kick, Electric Cherry, Volterade, whatever. I'm fine with them changing Widow's Wine. That doesn't really bother me that much. And Peachy Flopper, I'm glad they changed that and added it into Slider. That's great. We don't need Tombstone. We don't need Who's Who. I would like Volterade, but we don't need it. But keep all those perks. Have them in different maps. If you want to have a map without Jug, that's fine. Maybe just one map, just don't have Jug. Like, I was pissed when I heard that God statues were replacing perk machines, but then I realized, well, they're just replacing the perk machines. They're not, they're just skins for the machines. As long as the perks do the same things and they work the same way and they still have a little cool icon on your screen like they do in other Call of Duties, I'm fine and I don't mind it. But when you start removing perks that are essential to Call of Duty zombies, Treyarch zombies specifically, I don't like that. I don't like that. But if they do it in a good way, and special weapons are used to grant the player armor, that's a weird way to get armor. Honestly, I'd rather they have World War II system where you just buy armor. We haven't seen it. We don't know exactly how it's going to work. But from that description, I don't like it. Using a special weapon, you have to use a special weapon that you get, I'm pretty sure a special weapon you equipped before you start. And you have to get it via more kills you get, you unlock it like a specialist weapon like you would in multiplayer or something, right? But I don't want to have to use a special weapon to get armor. That's just weird. I don't like that. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. They do say this is unconfirmed. I hope it's true, just because of the fact that everything else they say is awesome. 7 new perks. That's awesome. Bringing back PhD Slider. That's awesome. The katana, the DG5, the flamethrower, the death machine, that's awesome. The gobblegums not being overpowered, that's awesome. But this whole armor system and removing Juggernog is not awesome. Of course, we have to wait and see how it plays out. Maybe it won't be as bad as what I'm saying, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in my next one, and peace out.